are connecting, and we are live. And we can see all of your paintings.
Great.
On the screen. Okay, and we have our first AB from YouTube says, hello, Mr. Scott from Saudi Arabia. I'm the one who asked to draw AJR on last live's comments.
Oh, thank you.
Crocs in Space says hi, and Firefly says hi, and iSly says hi, and Gail's here.
Hello, Gail.
And says, good morning from California, fabulous fart around Friday. How was your trip to the zoo?
It was very good.
It was eventful.
We got to hang out with a Galapagos tortoise.
We did indeed. And her name was Darwin, and she was 30 years old, and she was adorable. Adorable. So cute. Hey, Scott, greetings from Canada. Hi from India. Good morning, hello.
Hello.
Sammy says, hope you have a wonderful day.
I hope you do too, Sammy.
And we have Brandy B says, good morning.
Hi, Brandy B.
We have good morning from Cyprus. Lots
lovely.
Lots of people are excited. Saroja's here and says, hi, Scott and Donna, good morning and happy summer.
Hello, and happy summer to you too.
Hi, Scott from Bulgaria.
Hello.
Lots of people are saying hello and good morning. Hello from Thailand. Nixie is here.
Hey, friend.
Gorilla Stan Bish says, you're my favorite artist. Oh my God, Spider-Man. Hello from Norway. Hello from Florida.
Hello.
Hello from Maryland. Hello from Texas. Steph Nerd's here.
I did not think this was going to be a 2-day event, but I was only able to get the first 3 done. Mostly because I had to sort the colors.
Yes, that is true.
That's what I'm going to blame it on.
Hi from Uruguay.
Hello.
Oh my God, your art style is amazing. It looks just like the movie. Hi from Pakistan. Good evening from India. Good morning from Poland. Hello from Iran.
Hello.
I flipping love your videos. Good morning from Montana.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so for everybody who was not here on Wednesday, I'm giving these away. Bethany is going to set up
It's already set up.
Oh, it's already set up.
Mm-hmm.
Bethany is going to set up a
it's not live, but it's set up.
Sign-up sheet. And you're just going to sign up, and you're going to give us your information of where to ship it and which character you want. You're going to get to pick one. And then what we'll do is we will select one and ship it out.
Mm-hmm.
And
we're just going to use a random generator.
Yeah, we're not going to keep anybody's information.
We never do.
But every time we do just, hey, give us your information without an address, we wind up selecting a winner and reach out to them, and we don't hear back. So, which, I don't know, maybe that's better, because if someone sends us their address and they weren't going to get back to us anyhow, I don't know, I don't know. But don't sign up unless you want to do it, unless you want a free piece of art. We want it to go to a good home.
Okay. Abner says, hi, my favorite cheetah and red panda. How are you on this lovely morning? Hi from Cookville.
Good, thank you. Hello, neighbor.
I have not gotten a package, and I did not get a message on Facebook, but I will look. Let me look. Let's see. I will look. Let me see. Nope, no messages.
So I found that with... Why are you wiggly?
I don't know. The whole desk is wiggling this morning.
No, it's just this one.
Hi from Italy. Do Stuff Girl is here. It says, hello, how are you both?
We're good, thank you.
We are good. I'm feeling exceptionally springy this morning. Kind of like Tigger. Good morning from Pakistan. More people from Poland. Hi from Mexico. Hey, Pacer's here.
Hi, Pacer.
Hi, Pacer. Good morning, honey. How are you? We are so excited for you. So excited. Saroja says thank you, but it's a monsoon here and it poured heavily.
Oh,
wow. What's the tea today? Okay, so today's tea, I am just drinking the Harrods tea this morning. It's the Knightsbridge blend. which was the strong breakfast. Same thing. I missed Wednesday's live. Are the markers good?
The markers are great. They really are. It's like, it feels like a super futuristic kind of feel because they're thin. But I will always say that to me, all markers are the same. Like, I have not felt
A difference
between like Copic markers and Ohuhus and so to me, just to me personally, I love playing with markers. I love them, but I always buy them based on how cheap they are. So not, because like I can't see a physical difference. If it's got a brush tip, I'm happy.
And these have a chisel tip and a brush tip.
Yeah. But I do like the thinner feel. It's kind of an interesting kind of feel to it.
Oh, please do that one white dot right there. Please do no.
That one?
Yes, thank you. Phew, that was going to bug me.
Is it? Okay, good. It's not all the cheap.
No. We have a lot of friends from all over the world today.
Hello, friends from all over the world.
Is there money involved? No. When we give these away, we don't want any money from anybody.
We're paying for shipping and everything.
Yep. Just like we did for the art supply giveaway, we're going to pay for shipping. We just need...
It's our gift to you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because you guys are here with us. And so we want to say thanks for joining us and thanks for being here. So... where is the form? The form is not live yet.
It's not live yet. I'll leave it. I'll put a link, or Bethany will put a link, and I'll pin it when this video is done. Mm-hmm. We'll do that. But I just want to let you all know that I wanted to give the art away to people who want it. Darn it! I hate when I do that.
Let's see. Janine says, good morning. Have a good weekend. Also, Scott, you helped me a lot and I've really improved. I'm so glad you have helped.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy I was able to help in any way.
This is my first stream. I love your art so much. Hello
Welcome.
From Wales. Good morning from Michigan. Hi from Italy. I started an art channel and you were my inspiration.
Oh, fantastic. I hope it's successful.
Hi from a big fan in Quebec.
Hello.
These markers are from Blick. These are the Blick Studio markers. It is a
48 set.
Mm-hmm.
I'm warning you, they're not cheap.
Yeah.
So we love Blick. We love everything Blick does.
Mm-hmm. But these are not cheap markers. However, the paper is a good deal.
So
we're all about a good deal.
You guys see this? Is it better if I do this way? Okay.
It's 6 to 1, half a dozen of the other.
All right. So Bristol paper.
Flip it so we can read it.
Bristol paper is my favorite for using for colored pencils and markers because it's thick and it can take a punishment. It really can.
And markers do punish things.
Yeah, I mean it'll soak through, as you can see. So just don't draw inside take it out, put it on a piece of wood or something that you don't mind getting ink on, but. You can just color over it, and you can put markers over it, and it could take punishment. And I know a lot of you have had situations where you've made art and your paper starts to rip. Mm-hmm. This is really good paper. Mm-hmm. That's my focus. Now, this paper that you're holding right there, that 9x12 paper, is only like $7. Yeah. And I know cheaper is different to different people, but just understand when you're talking about art supplies in general, good art supplies are not going to be cheap. Mm-hmm. And if you guys saw yesterday's video with the Arches paper for my Gothic vampire, you see how expensive this stuff is, which is why I don't use Arches all the time because it's so expensive. Yes, and I would kill him. but the better paper, better materials do make a difference. Yep. It does make a difference. It makes a difference when you use things like fountain pens too. So it's not just markers and it's not just pencils and it's not just watercolor. It does make a difference with other things too. I think good paper just makes a difference in general. Yeah. I hate the sound of the marker on the paper. Some people like it. It's not my favorite noise. I like the pencil sharpener
Way more than the blow dryer. I like it when you yell pencil sharpener. Okay, we are not painting profile pictures anymore. Scott's done lots of stuff with acrylics. Check out the Art Hacks playlist. If you were going to pick a set of markers that you would recommend.
For me, the markers I've been getting have been, for the most part, free, so it's all things being equal. I like the feel of these, but if I was going to buy some, it would be the Art Beat, because I think is it $40-something you get 80 of them?
Yes. I think it was $49 and you get 80
whereas these you get 48 of these for $100-something. And that's cheaper than Ohuhu, and Ohuhu is cheaper than Copic.
Correct.
So, I'm looking at it going, well, they're markers. And so for me, if I was buying some, I would just buy. Now, I like the Art Beak better than Crayola, and Crayola is cheaper, but Crayola just isn't really, they're not very nice. The brush things aren't very nice. So that's where I would go, being a cheap person. But if you had the money and you had the means, I would try these out because they've kind of got a cool feel to them. They feel very light. It doesn't feel as clunky as the Copics or the Ohuhus.
And we'll put a link in the products we've tried. We'll put a link up there so you guys can do that, can try those. And we'll see. Maybe we'll ask if Blick can give us a discount code to go along with the
markers.
To go along with the marker video. Let me email them and ask if we can do that. Because those are a little bit more expensive, but you do like the feel about those. I'm just making a note. Discount code for markers. So let me check on that and see if we can get that. But the paper was a good buy.
Yeah, the paper's a good deal. The thing for me is, I'm not good at lying, as Donna knows. And so,
it's painful that he's not good at lying.
I can never tell you guys to go.
How do I look today, honey?
No, I could never tell you guys to go and buy something that I don't believe in. So, again, the thing is for me is that, honestly, markers and colored pencils are my first love. They're something that I absolutely adore working with. But as I got older, as I started to make art that I wanted to hang up on a wall and I wanted to last for a long time or sell, I realized that I couldn't keep using markers and colored pencils. They're a very kind of intermediate kind of material. And so just keep that in mind. If that's where you are in your art journey, fantastic. Use them. But just know that at some point you're going to want to move to something that's a little bit more permanent. If you like your art and you want it to be permanent, you want to hang it up, you want it to go in a gallery, or you want to give them as gifts, because markers will fade over time. They're just, cheaper materials are going to fade over time. And so there's a sense of, as I'm 54, there's a sense of I want my art to outlast me. And you might feel the same way too.
Okay. I draw with markers a lot. Alcohol markers are usually the same, but I can tell how much a marker is by the sound and how it feels in my hand. Sometimes you can't use a heavy hand or they make a sound.
Yeah.
Scott has a very heavy hand, and that comes from, this is my take on it because I've only been with him for 35 years. I think it comes from your colored pencil days. I think that's why you have a heavy hand with the markers, because you used to push so hard with colored pencils. Blanca asks, did you ever wish the twins were still younger? My parents say I am getting too tall, and the other day my mom was saying she was surprised when I didn't feel anything about turning 13. You know what? It's funny. If you would have asked me this 2 years ago, I would have said, oh, I'm so sad they're going to college and this and that. I kind of like having adult kids. It's a different phase.
I think we like every part of the journey.
We have enjoyed every part of the journey. Every part's been
even
fun.
The terrible twos.
We didn't have the terrible twos. We had the holy crap threes.
Okay.
They were not terrible at
They
tea.
were twins, so essentially everything we got was times 2. So
Yeah, it was.
But no,
It was.
you're just, and I'm sure your parents are enjoying every little bit of where you are in your journey, and you should too.
Yeah, and yeah.
Thanks, dude. That was profound.
Well, there's so many things that are going through my head. Like, if I could tell my younger self as a parent different things, I would. But if I could tell myself younger, blah, blah, blah. If I could tell my younger self as a
Have a sip of
person
tea.
different things. Yeah, have some tea. This is my 3rd cup. I don't know. So just so many things. Anyway, but yeah, every stage is good. The markers do bleed through. Markers will always bleed through.
Yeah, the only time they didn't was with that the bee and fang.
Yes, that paper was good paper.
It was like wax paper kind of thing. It was coated with something. It was really cool.
Yeah. And we did give that paper away, I do believe.
Yeah.
Well,
by the way, I'm not
Ohuhu's-
even looking at reference
Yeah, the
for
Ohuhu
Spider-Man. I've drawn
sketchbook.
him so many times.
Let's see. What colored pencils do you recommend?
I've always used Prismacolors. They've always been my favorite, but I did a testing of a whole bunch of different colored pencils, and I wound up really loving the Caran d'Ache, which are super expensive, of course.
Well, let's rephrase that. They are super expensive here in the States. They are not super expensive if you are over in Europe. They're actually
Might
reasonable.
not be, yeah.
Scott has not tried painting with tea, but he did do. He did dye a
Horrible death.
no, stop it. A mat for a painting with tea for me. Let's see. The markers are on Blick.com, and we will have a link to them on the website.
All right, we're going to give him Spider Sense.
Which Spider-Man is your favorite?
The classic Spider-Man is always my favorite. That's what I grew up on.
The 1960s.
Yeah. Let me move these up.
Do you see yourself being famous?
No, and I don't want to be famous. Oh, let me move this up. I'm sorry. Oh, you gotta let me know if I'm out of frame.
You weren't out of frame. You're fine now. You're about an inch up there. You're good. Have you ever worked with charcoals?
Yeah, we worked with charcoals when we were in college, and we'd sketch figure drawing classes.
Anita says, I have twins too. They are 20 years old, so I am old. You're not old because ours are 20 years old.
Yeah, ours are 20 as well.
Yep. And I'm not old, so you're not old. Did you ever have a favorite Spider-Man comic issue? I can answer that one.
What?
The first appearance of Dr. Octopus.
That's the one I own, and I love it. But my favorite issue with Spider-Man is Secret Wars issue 8, where he gets the symbiote suit that eventually turns into Venom.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that your favorite? I thought
love this-
Dr. Octopus was your favorite.
No, it is. I said my favorite issue to read. Okay.
So, but why is that your favorite issue to read?
It was a fun issue to read. I love the origin of Dr. Octopus. Dr. Octopus is my favorite
Villain. Right.
But I can't recall a favorite issue with Dr. Octopus. He's in so many issues, you just wind up liking him.
Interesting. Huh. Okay, so there you go. 35 years and you learn something new every day.
Well, it was up on my wall for a while, you know?
Honey, how many comics have been on your wall over 35 years? How many? Please, tell the 599 people that are here. About 1,000. Lord have mercy. How am I supposed to remember that?
I'm not sure I like this little line, but I started it, so...
Let's see. I don't know what your question is. Sketchbook by by Vi. I don't know which company of paper do you use for something colors?
Prismacolors?
No, it's ACLER, a clear. Maybe they meant acrylic colors. I don't know. Rephrase that for me and let me. I want to make a comic-like thing, and I want to make a character. Could you suggest some ways for me to do that?
What's the story you want to tell if you want to tell a comic? When I told the Dreamland Chronicles, it was a story about a boy who goes back to the land of his childhood dreams. So I had an idea. I had a story already kind of down. You got to think of what your story is going to be. You can't just make a comic just to make a comic. What is the story? Who is your protagonist? Who's the antagonist? What's going to happen? What's the plot? What's going on in the world? That kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to call that one done. So that way we stay on schedule.
Oh. Ami DeAngelis sent you a tip.
Oh, thank you.
And then asks, as a neurospicy artist, does the thought of doing a self-portrait scare you?
Yeah, I've never wanted to do one. Mm-mm. People have asked me, but I've never wanted to do one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to run through some of these really quick. To Scott, markers are markers, but you do like the feel of these and how they feel in your hand. Yes?
Yeah, they've kind of got a cool, flat, futuristic kind of feel to them.
They are available on Blick.com. We will post a link on our website.
Yeah, Blick,
and I'm going to
a link on the last live on Wednesday if you want to.
So there you go. You can go check that. But I'm gonna also ask them if we can have a discount code because they are expensive. Scott used charcoals a long time ago. The paper is also Blick paper. We will post links to the paper. We will post links to the markers. Let's see. Okay. Tell who each one of these Spider-Man characters is.
Okay, I haven't seen the new movie, but from what I understand, this is Spider-Gwen. Mm-hmm. Though I don't think that's her name, but it's Gwen Stacy. She was in the first one. This is Miles Morales Spider-Man. This was Spider-Punk, I think. This is the original Peter Parker Spider-Man. Yay. This is Spider-Man 2099, which I used to love this comic book. And this is Spider-Ham, otherwise known as Peter Porker. I don't think Donna knew that, did she? Donna's never read Peter Porker, The Amazing Spider-Ham.
His name is really Peter Porker?
Yep.
Damn, are you kidding me? Oh my God, that's hysterical! Peter Porker?
Peter
Seriously?
Porker.
Come on, people! Oh my God, that's hysterical! Oh, jeez. I gotta wipe my eyes. That's Peter Porker?
Peter Porker, The Amazing Spider-Ham.
Okay, we're gonna need a minute. Whew, all right. Peter Porker, oh my God. Okay. Yes, the markers will bleed Peter Porker.
Yeah, the markers have bled, will bleed, but Bristol board can take a pounding. It's really... I really recommend Bristol paper. I always called it Bristol board. I think that's what we called it in art school, but it's called Bristol paper, I guess.
Okay. Someone hand on a tissue. Seriously, Peter Porker, come on, people! Work with me here. I can't. Can you please do Spider-Man India? Oh God.
I will have to look them up. Was that in the movie?
I don't know. Okay, so Bethany had said to me that as soon as you scan these and give them to her, she can have it live in like 15 minutes.
Fantastic.
So assume that we will have this live later this afternoon. We just check back, say after like 3 o'clock our time. I'm gonna cut her some slack because anyway. So, Peter Porker, they're typing Peter Porker in.
Stop it! We're never gonna move on. Don't encourage her.
Oh God. Okay. All right. We're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it together. We're gonna try to get it together. Okay. Let me go back. I missed some comments.
How have you been married to me for so long and not known about Peter Porker?
I don't know, because the boys always called him Spider-Ham, and I just I can't. He is a pig. I know, but it's Peter Porker. It's just so funny. Come on. Oh God. All right. Okay. All right. Hang on a second.
I will admit, though, I for some reason I remembered. Okay. Patton Oswalt playing him, and I didn't know it was actually John Mulaney.
Okay. All right. Okay, so markers are going to fade. Just so you guys know. Alcohol markers are going to fade.
Yeah.
All right. Oh! Blick is here and says,
hey, Blick.
We will relay your discount code request right now. Thank you. Just because when you come here, everybody's looking for good quality art supplies at a reasonable price. So I really appreciate you asking for the discount code. Thank you so much. We love how Scott said on schedule. Yeah, sorry. That was Blick also. Oh God, so fun. I can't even. Let's see. Blick also says using markers on highly absorbent paper like newsprint will consume more ink than marker paper. Really? So the paper depends on how much ink you're using. Very, very interesting. What watercolors would you recommend for an intermediate artist? Also, do you buy your art supplies online or from an art store?
I buy them online from Blick, who's here. And I would say intermediate, I just go right for Winsor & Newton because they're professional. And so let me show you.
They're putting pig emojis in the chat.
All right, so this is cadmium-free scarlet, okay? I don't use this that much, so I just grabbed the wrong one. But I will squirt. Can you guys see it right here?
Yep.
That much. I mean,
like less than a dime size.
Right? And this will last me, painting every single day will last me maybe a month. Which means that this tube can last me easily a year of painting every single day. All right. So if this cost $12, people go, oh my God, $12 for paint, and you're buying 12 things of paint. So, you're spending what, $140 or something like that, right? So they think that's a lot of money, but these colored pencils cost me
$2.
I don't know. Look, maybe you remember how much colored pencils cost because I bought them from you. But I bought all of these. They might have been $2 a piece, okay? And I can go through 3 white colored pencils a day if I'm working on a piece, I mean, you'll just blow through them. And so colored pencils are so much more expensive. Markers are more expensive. Watercolors, you invest in a tube and they will last you so long. They're so much more economical. That's all I'm saying is in the long run, you just make that investment. I would go straight to this. If you can afford it, invest. I've got the 12 colors that I use. And there's no rhyme or reason for it. There's no like this tried and true. This is from the school of watercolor. No, that's just what I use. If you just want an example, but I can do skin tones. I could do landscapes. I can do everything with those 12 colors, and it lasts for a really long time.
Have you watched a series of unfortunate events on Netflix?
No, I shouldn't. I mean, I haven't, and I should because Patrick Warburton plays Lemony Snicket. But no, I just never got around to it.
I'll watch it with you.
All right.
Artsy Human, I'm gonna let our European friends answer that. If anybody knows if there's any good quality pencils, I'm assuming colored pencils within the price range of €70, put it into the chat for Artsy Human.
Yeah, how much are the Karen Dosh out there? Because those were the best.
Those are probably cheaper in Europe, I would say. Okay. Oh my God. You guys. Spider-Ham. You're cracking me up here. Let's see. You are definitely my favorite artist.
Oh, thank you.
You guys are super funny. Oh, hey, Ellen's here. Yes, I've had chai tea. Chai tea is good. Do you have any other hobbies except for drawing?
No, drawing used to be my hobby, and YouTube took that away from me.
Now it's your job. YouTube took that away from you. Let's see. Faber-Castell Polychromos. What is your question on those? And we just talked about the Winsor & Newton watercolors.
And I did try those, by the way, the Faber-Castells.
How do you balance art and high school?
Oh, I didn't. I did really poorly in high school, and I did really well in art. There was no balance.
What tips can you recommend for practicing anatomy? Because I really need help to do it without inspiration.
Figure drawing. If you can't take a figure drawing class, then I would recommend. There's a link on my site with photo reference. There's free and paid photo reference. I would recommend trying that out. Just draw. Just figure draw. Little thumbnails.
Okay. This is going to throw me again. But I'm just letting you know. Ryan says, Donna's reaction reminds me of the news reporting who couldn't keep it together when he was reading a story about a pig named Chris P. Bacon.
Oh, God.
Like literally, Chris.
No, we all got it, honey. We don't need it explained. It was pretty self-evident.
It's so funny. Who names a pig that? Oh my God. Okay, what pencil do you recommend for sketching?
Oh, for me, I'll just use a number 2 pencil. I like to draw with colored pencils, but just if you're just practicing, number 2 pencil should be fine.
Oh God. What exactly in the Spider-Man comic books, which one has Scott created? Has he animated any of the cartoons?
I created this, I illustrated a series called Spider-Man Quality of Life. It was all done on the computer, much to my chagrin because I really wanted to do it painted. But they wanted me to do it on the computer because at the time I was an animator. And it was fun. It was fun. The story wasn't so great, but it was a really fun series. And then I animated a commercial once for Fox for their TV show with Spider-Man.
That was also CGI.
Yeah. But other than that, that's the only Spider-Man I've done professionally.
Scott has never tried the Van Gogh watercolors, so we don't have a comment on those. But maybe Blick has a comment on the Van Gogh brand of watercolors if you guys have tried those. Dang, that amount of white colored pencils, an artist can dream.
Yeah.
Trust me, he lives and dies by the white colored pencils. Will Will you put the sketches on your website so we can use them?
Oh, sure.
What tips? Oh, we did that one already. I'm actually catching one of your streams for once.
Welcome.
Yeah, the series of unfortunate events is amazing. How do you feel about the Cotman brand of Winsor & Newton?
I like them. I think they're great. I have the... I picked up the $25 field box, which is identical to the professional one that I have. And it was great. I did a little test with it. There's a video on it where I compare the Cotman, and I think they're wonderful. I think the only thing is that the difference is going to be the light fastness.
So that leads to our next question. What watercolors should I buy if I want to try watercolors, but I'm not sure I will like them? I don't want to buy expensive and end up not liking it, but I also don't want to buy cheap, bad watercolors.
Well, I've tried a bunch of cheap watercolors, and so there's a playlist of products I've tried. There's also, if you just go to my website under resources, there's products I've tried, and you can see them. Some of them have already sold out, but you'll see what my thoughts are on them, and hopefully that'll help. But that's everything I've ever tried.
What's your favorite spider person that you're drawing?
I really like the comic of Spider-Man 2099, and I'll always love the original Spider-Man. He's my favorite, but I haven't seen the new movie, so I don't know. But
I heard the same thing about digital art: bigger investment up front, but more economical in the long run.
That's probably true too.
Would you prefer colored pencil on an alcohol marker base or alcohol markers to blend out colored pencils?
I like to start off with the markers and then come over it with the colored pencils, because the markers can cover more area and it's cheaper. So it's easier. Like if I was to do this with colored pencils, it would take me forever to get all of that filled in. Whereas it only took a few strokes with the markers. So for me, it's economics. I'm doing this for economics.
Also, you like to noodle and get the details with the colored pencils.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. Please try the Camlin watercolors. It's very cheap, but everyone in India uses it. Okay, if it's something from India, we have a very difficult time getting supplies from India.
We'll see if Blick has them. Blick, do you guys carry Camlin?
Yeah, do you guys have the Camlin stuff? We'll ask. All right. I'll write that down.
Now, is Camlin the same as camel? Because people keep asking me to try camel. And I'm wondering,
different.
Is camel like just they're spelling Camlin wrong?
No, I know that they're different. Yeah. Yeah, they call it chai tea here in the States for some strange reason as a specific kind of tea. I know chai means tea, but yeah. That's what they call that as they use it here as a specific kind of tea with the spices and everything in it. Do you like brush markers?
I do. I prefer brush markers over just flat markers. But I like the dual tips so I can just switch in between, because doing this part with a brush would be silly.
What can you compromise on? Cheap watercolors or cheap paper?
Cheap watercolor. Always get good paper. Paper makes all of the difference.
Yep.
And if you see yesterday's video, that should help. But also look at the pinned comment, because I had done a video on this before where I tried out a whole bunch of different papers. So look at the pinned comment and look at the video from there too.
Let's see. Okay. You guys are funny. Let's see. Okay, so there's a lot of you that are asking for tips. And here's what I'm going to tell you. If you're just asking for tips, basically start with the Art Hacks playlist. And if one of the mods can put in a link to the Art Hacks playlist, that would be great. If you have specific questions on markers or watercolor or anything specific, go ahead and ask that. But if you just want generic tips, start with the Art Hacks playlist. Scott was not fond of the Posca markers. Do you ever see someone's art and think, I want to try that?
Yes, all the time. All the time I go, oh my God, I love that. And then I want to absorb it somehow. I want to make it mine.
Okay, Scott has not tried the Schminky watercolors, but I will tell you a small story. Story time. Santa will be going live after we're live at 11 a.m. this morning. And Santa uses the Schminky watercolors. And so you can tune into his channel, and maybe Bethany can put a link into that because I know Bethany mods his channel as well. You guys can tune into that and watch Santa and ask him about the Schminky watercolors.
Just ask him if they're stinky.
Would you stop it?
Or if he holds them with his pinky.
Scott does not like oil paints. Our resident oil painter is Bethany Primrose. She does beautiful oil paints and beautiful things with that. And she actually just loaded a new video today on brush care. So you guys can check out Bethany Primrose's channel. She's doing a whole bunch of stuff. She's done canvas prep and she's done palette knives and she's done a whole bunch of videos so far. And talked about swatching oil paint so you can see what you have. She's done some really great stuff. So check out her channel for oil paint stuff specific. Which ones are your favorite markers?
I don't have a favorite marker. To me, they're all the same. So the rest of it is just preference. I think they all work very similarly.
Do you still have the Artex acrylics?
The acrylic markers, I do still have them.
Do you know any color pens set for beginners?
Artbeak has a really cheap set that I tried, and you can go and find that video.
What paper for markers? Any specific brand or just any marker paper?
Well, if you're just going to use markers, just markers, I did a test of all marker paper, and but I think my favorite just marker is the Ohuhu sketchbook marker paper. But if you're going to be mixing them with colored pencils, I would recommend the Blick Bristol paper. I mean, that's what I'm using right now.
It's a great price.
Yeah, I've always used Bristol paper professionally. It's just wonderful, and it's a really cheap price, and it lets you. It's got thickness to it. It lets you can use colored pencils. You can mess up. You can erase. It'll give you some. It'll buy you some space. Some mistakes. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see here.
I think what you'll find on our lives here is that we're going to tell you we are cheap dates with some things and not with other things. So quality paper. If you guys watched, and I know I have used this as an example before, but if you guys watched when Scott did the video on using the Crayola watercolors on the Good Arches paper, the colors were so saturated. Now, they're going to fade because it's Crayola, right? But the colors that you're going to get with it on a good quality paper are better.
That's that video I was... No, I'm sorry. That was a different video. Sorry. Go ahead.
The quality you're going to get is better. So the quality of paper does matter, but that doesn't mean that you can't find a reasonably priced, good quality paper. So like the Bristol paper is great for markers, but this brand is good quality paper, but it's on sale, or it's a good price.
Yeah.
So anyway. Let's see. Is the quality of the paper as important for gouache paintings as it is for watercolor paintings?
I have not found that. No, I use very cheap hot press paper when I'm just kind of playing around. I will use the Arches paper, but I honestly don't feel that it gets me anything for gouache. Because gouache, for me, sits on top. And so it's not as important, whereas watercolor soaks in.
Gouache sits on top? I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any way I can physically send you my art? I know I can send photos, but I want to send the painting. You can. We have a P.O. box. You don't have to, but you can. And it's listed on our website. Let's see. I've had some issues trying to access the Discord server. I've read the rules back and forth, but I still haven't gotten the chance to post in the rules channel. Okay, so if you're trying to join the Discord, you have to read the rules and agree to them, and then you'll be let in after the live, this afternoon, because the people who mod for us here also
unless this person is saying that it's been a while, like days or something like that. If this is just now, then you're going to have to wait, but...
Yeah, but exactly. But if it's days, then there's a problem, and we need
reach out to Bethany or Nixia,
and they'll be able to help you with that. AB from YouTube says, I just ruined a piece I was making. How do I shake the feeling of unmotivation?
Oh, well, first of all, I'm sorry that happens and it sucks. Shake the feeling of unmotivation.
Mm-hmm. How do you deal with it when you have a piece that you just get frustrated with and you stuck it in the corner of shame?
I never come back to it.
But does that affect you mentally for wanting to start a new piece?
Sometimes. I mean, we're only human.
Well, that's what they're asking.
Yeah, I think a lot of times what you need to do is, step away. But if you really just feel like making art, just try making something that is not big. Like these things. They take me 30 minutes each, and at least you kind of get some stuff out of your system.
Mm-hmm. Or a journal. Right?
Yeah. Go sketch something,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go to a museum. Go to a botanical garden. Go to a sculpture exhibit. Just go outside and walk around and look at nature and draw that. I think I'm good at art, but everyone makes fun of it, so I don't know if I should continue doing art.
Well, look, people are just stupid in general, and don't take your career advice based on what other people are going to think of you. If you like making art, then make art. Mm-hmm. If you want to make a career of it, this is something that you think, hey, I think I might want to do this like for my life, then take art advice from people that you look up to. Teachers, other artists, etc., etc. Don't take art critiques from people you wouldn't take art advice from.
I think too, though, it's difficult for people to, when you hear people say negative things about you, you have to be, and your art, you have to be strong enough to say, I don't care.
Yeah.
I make art for me. I'm drawing because I like it.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, I will tell you, most people who see you doing art who say things like that, I'm assuming you're younger. Perhaps you're not, but I'm assuming you are, because a lot of times kids in school will do that to other kids. They're just jealous that they don't have talent like that to do that.
And I got teased all the time too.
Oh, people, honey, I still tease you.
Yeah. So, you're I would rather be teased for doing something
that you love.
No, just for doing something. Doesn't matter. I would rather be teased for doing something than never do anything. So that way I didn't get teased.
Yeah.
Go out there and make something. Doesn't matter. You created something. You made something where there was nothing. Mm-hmm. Go and get teased. Make something. Give people something to talk about. Your art created a response. You made something. I think that is amazing. Okay, we're done with him. And now, good old Peter.
Porker. Come on. Stop heavy sighing. You know it's hysterical.
I knew it was hysterical.
My God. No.
Back in the 80s when I discovered them.
It's funny every single time. It's funny every single time. Gosh. Get over yourself. It's funny every time. Ugh. Anyway, okay. So Matthew would like to know how the big painting is coming along.
The big painting?
Yeah, you want to show everybody before you start porker?
So I have started adding...
We can't see the bottom.
That's okay.
Okay.
So you guys... Here, let's do this.
What?
I'll zoom in for you guys.
No, zoom out.
Zoom in.
Why are you zooming in?
Show them what I'm doing.
But that's too close. Now we can't see the whole painting.
But I'm showing them the details.
Okay. Work with us here.
So, if you look, can you guys see this here?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you look, these books have not been touched. Okay. But over here, you can see these books have. All right. So what I've done is I've given them a sense of depth.
Oh, depth.
You know, so they're kind of rounded. So, and the light's hitting about here, and even in the shadow, they've got a little bit of light and whatnot. I've added some highlights. This book is casting a shadow on the scrolls here. There's even a bit of reflection of this book onto the bottle over here. So I'm doing little subtle stuff.
That's why it's taking you so long.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of moving my way across. I haven't touched. I started some of these, but I haven't. I think I stopped around here. So I haven't done these yet. I'm kind of trying to finish off the top level. Then I'll come over here. But like the book is going to cast a shadow on the back of this skull because this, if the light's coming this way, that skull is going to only get light somewhere around here. So all of this is going to still be in shadow. So these are things I'm going to start wrapping the light around the books. And so it's taking me a little bit of time, and I'm not going for realism. It's just an extra level of fun detail that I just wanted to play around with. And I'm doing it with gouache, and I'm just adding a little bit of detail, and then I'll be done with the background. And then I could go in and I could paint her, and she'll take me just maybe a couple hours. But yeah, so that's where I am.
Very cool. Thanks for doing that. All right. Bethany, in case you missed it, they're asking, it says you seem well-rounded in art. Can you recommend colors, blending techniques, and also what paints are the best for beginners for oils? Oh, we're going to scan out again so you can see all of them. Yay! Thank you, honey. It is gorgeous, OMG. The cross-hatching, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, Marguerite's here. Hello from British Columbia.
Hey, Marguerite.
How you doing, Marguerite? They're all like, rest in peace, cross-hatching. Do you listen to music while you do art in your own time?
I do. And I think there's a couple playlists up on our site.
What art supply do you recommend for beginners?
Pencil and paper.
Good morning. You helped me through some hard times, and I'm forever grateful for that.
Oh, thank you.
We're just happy you're here. Let's see. Can't believe I joined so late. I was here yesterday too and missed Pete in 2099.
Oh.
I feel like every piece of art I make looks bad almost every time.
Same.
Scott does too. Yeah.
You're in good company. Keep doing it. Keep making bad art. There's a video on that. You got to make 100 bad pieces to get one good one. So keep at it.
We have a video on that.
Yep.
When are you going to color the lady?
Oh, as soon as I finish the background. So if I can spend maybe 2 hours a day on that piece, maybe by Monday or Tuesday. You know, it just depends on how much time I get to spend. And sometimes I just get bored and I go, I want to go play Zelda. doing it for me. So, you know,
you're just taking your time and enjoying the process.
I'm trying to. Though I'm really surprised that the algorithm is, you know, not tanking the videos. Like, in other words...
Yeah, you guys are all able to see it.
Yeah,
and usually you don't get to see things
usually
like
when I
that.
do something I want to do, you know, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, they go, nope, no one's going to see this. And so that's why I wind up doing, well, stuff like this. But, yeah, I'm actually pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, and for those of you who haven't been to the website, if you want to color a black and white version of the vampire piece, we have it up on the website.
Yeah, for free.
For free, and you guys can just download it and you can color it in yourself. Have you done digital art, and are you going to do it again?
I have. I've done a couple videos on it, and I don't know if I'll do it again. I haven't really found the need to yet. Again, other than to create content that people might like. But I mean, when you have people like Sam Does Art, who you know are just really, really good at it.
Sam Does Art is great at it.
I'm not going to bring anything to the table other than, hey, look, I'm trying something new. You know, it's not really. You're not going to learn anything from it. You might get a couple laughs, but.
Why aren't you taping these down with masking tape?
Oh, because it's markers and markers.
It won't buckle.
Yeah, markers. Yeah, and it's on Bristol board too. So, like I said, Bristol paper is
thick.
Really strong. It's really strong. So you can colored pencil. You can do a lot of stuff on it. But you don't need to. If it's watercolors, is when you have to tape stuff down.
Okay, so yes, Scott is going to give all 6 of these away. It is a worldwide thing. It's open to everybody. And we're going to have this live. The giveaway will be live by the end of the day today. So check back tonight, our time. And it's not live yet, but it will be live. We're going to put all 6 paintings up. And all we're going to ask you for is your mailing address. Please put in your complete mailing address so we can send this out to you. When you enter, we don't keep your information. We get rid of it as soon as we're done. We just delete the file because we don't want to keep anybody's information. That's too much work. So, and we'll do a random drawing with a random number generator, and we will pick the winners, and we'll go from there. We'll ship everything out. Let's see. No one's ever made fun of my art, and mine's horrendous. Is this an American thing?
I don't know. I mean, I have no experience other than in America, but people are mean.
Yeah. Is it okay that I only sketch with pens?
Absolutely. If it makes you happy, that's all that matters.
Yep, 100% correct. I only write with fountain pens now, and it makes me happy. I write for myself. I don't write for anybody else. Oh, I am reading an amazing book on journaling right now. Let me get the name of it for you guys. I found this book. I heard about this book. And the author talks about, it's called Writing to Save Your Life. And it is phenomenal. Highly recommend it. It's great. The author talks about making time to write, and just it's just really great. So if you're interested in journaling or writing at all, it's a great book, and I highly recommend it. I will post it on my community page on my channel, so you guys can see.
Well, Donna, also, you have a public Instagram account now.
I do. If you guys have tried to follow me on Instagram, I'm like later today, I'm going to lock down I have 2 Instagrams. One is my personal Instagram, and I'm sort of moving everybody over to my public one, which is D Saba Producer, which matches my YouTube and my TikTok accounts. So I posted some journal content there yesterday and probably a couple days before that. And I'm also going to be posting another thing on some fountain pen stuff that I'm going to be working on. And I've got a couple other videos that I'm going to put together, like cleaning a fountain pen and filling it with ink and that kind of, just some simple stuff, not anything really big. But I set up my agenda I use an academic agenda, and I did a video on that yesterday. So yeah, I'm moving everybody over to my public Instagram. So if you want, you can go follow me over there, which would be fun to have you guys all follow me. I mean, you don't have to. It's not a big deal. I don't really care, but you can if you want. I don't post like Scott does. I don't post every day. Do you use let me try this again. Do you use normal paper for these drawings?
No, this is Bristol paper.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's almost like cardstock. It's very
like
thick.
Cardstock. It's very thick. Mm-hmm. It's great for colored pencils mm-hmm. and for markers and pens. Mm-hmm. And I love it. I like it better than marker paper.
For those of you that are asking for beginner tips, check out the Art Hacks playlist and start there. Where can I join the Discord? There's a link in the chat that the mods have put in. Help, I'm 12 and I'm a big fan. I just finished my drawing, but I painted it with watercolors and it doesn't look good, and I refuse to give up, so I repainted the drawing and it still doesn't look good.
Okay. What about it doesn't look good? Mm-hmm. Part of the process is learning to find out what's working and what's not. Mm-hmm. And if you're having a hard time doing that, maybe find somebody who you respect who is good at that. Another thing, by the way, another trick, which I haven't ever made a video on it, but it's on my to-do list, is take your art and hold it up into the mirror so you could see it from a new perspective. It really helps. My mom used to have me do that.
That's a pretty neat thing that she had to do, too. Hey, Scott, it's raspberry. It looks so good. I'm currently baking chocolate chip cookies for a potluck. Stuff some through the live, will you? Oh. We're making cupcakes in pastry class today. Love from Nebraska.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Raspberry. Have fun.
Let's see. Battle Brooks is here hanging out with Mom at the pool today. Have some fun with Mom. Tell Mom we said hi.
Sounds fun.
I'd love to be hanging out at a pool. That would be nice. Of course, I'd get sunburned and peel and be white again, but that's okay. Would you be open to drawing on different media, such as shoes like Nikes? I've started customizing shoes about a year ago, and it's surprisingly fun.
I did a couple videos where I drew on an Xbox controller, and that actually was...
You drew on records, too.
And I've been drawing on records, too, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's actually been interesting.
Mm-hmm. You can show them the Elton John if you want. Hold that up. Opinions on oil pastels. Oh, boy.
Not a fan. If you want to try them, though, I would recommend following Black Bean. They are the best.
Do you prefer the Ohuhus or the Blick markers?
I think I like the Blick markers for the feel of them. The Ohuhus are a little thick. It is purely a feel.
Oh, Ryan says, all right, I'm off to give kids final marks for their art. Have a great weekend. All.
Oh, have a great weekend, Ryan.
Have a good one, Ryan. Today I'm drawing a dog, says Patrick. Do you have any tips for drawing a dog's face?
Oh, photo reference. Use photo reference.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do like Harry Potter.
There are videos on it.
How do you know what medium to use and which one suits you better?
Trial and error.
Question. Yeah, trial and error. All you have to do to get into the raffle for the drawings is enter your information. That's it. It will be live on our website later today. So check our website back. Our website is ssavaart.com. And
I'll also leave, or Bethany will leave a link on this video.
When this video goes live, becomes a video. I'm sorry. When this live becomes a video on the channel, we'll leave that there. Should we post it in the community channel too?
Yeah.
The link in the community channel, we'll do that too. Have you ever drawn Marvin Gaye?
I don't think so.
How can I learn where and how to put shadows using markers?
By studying real life. That's why I always say draw everything every day. Just look at the world around you. There's a whole series on that.
Okay. Show the paper again.
Give me 1 second. I'll have a link for it.
Yeah, we'll put a link in for this too. And it is a very reasonably priced paper. Blick says anyone who grew up in the 70s will naturally have anxiety about drawing on shoes. Mom disapproval. But that makes it a forbidden temptation. Go illustrate them kicks.
Yeah.
That is a very true statement.
I remember when Vans just came out and...
people used to draw on them.
Well, yeah, because we couldn't afford Vans. So we would get knockoff Vans, and so we would draw the little checker patterns
on them.
On them, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I loved your ABBA video the other day. What's your favorite ABBA song?
God, I had it. Hold on. Let me go to Spotify. And
Blick posted the paper in there. I think that's the paper. Thanks, Blick. There you go, guys. The paper, there's a link to the paper in there, and the paper is really reasonably priced. Okay, so please listen to me for 2 things. Listen to me. The drawing is not live yet. Check back later today. It will be live then because Scott is finishing the painting. So we have to put the pictures of the paintings up so you can put in which painting you want. So it is not live yet, but it will be live later today. If you want to join the Discord, you can go and join the Discord. You will not be let in until after the live because our mods here also mod the Discord for us. You need to agree to the rules and then you will be let in. You cannot say, I don't want to read all the rules. I don't want the rules. If you don't, then I have to pull a mom on you and you can't come in. So the Discord link is in the comments. You can look back in the comments and find it there. What is the GSM of the marker
I think
paper?
it's Take a Chance on Me. I think is my favorite.
Okay.
Sorry, what?
The GSM on the marker paper.
The marker paper. Is 270 GSM, 100 pound. It's thick stuff.
Which drawing, Mira, are you asking about? Are you asking about the vampire drawing? That is on Hot Press Arches paper. Can you make a tutorial on shadows?
I've tried to think of a way to do that. I have not come up with one yet.
Scott does and has painted plein air. Not often, but he has. Okay. Have you tried body art like henna or paint?
No.
This person says, I plan to do henna and body paints at my local fair this year to earn money. What kind of price would you charge?
Well, I wouldn't know. What did you pay, Donna?
I paid for a very, they did my hand, and I think that was $30 for a simple drawing. And then they did another piece above my hand, and I think that was another $30. So I think it was like $60 total for that.
$30 per thing sounds about
some
right.
of them were less. Some of them were like $20 for a very, very simple thing. But $20-$30 is a good range if it's something very detailed. And usually when you go into a henna booth, they have a book that you can flip through. Like, these are the styles that we do. And they're all priced on the book. That might help you to, instead of having somebody come up and say, hey, I want you to draw this big elaborate thing for me, have a book that they can flip through and pick the styles.
This is what you get.
Exactly. You get this for this price, that for that price.
They'll know what they're getting, and
Yep. Exactly. What's the best way to improve your art quickly?
I wish I knew. I wish there was a matrix type of thing where you could just download talent. But practice is the best way.
Where are you reading the comments from? Well, I'm sitting on a chair at Scott's desk in the Hobbit hole, and I'm reading the comments. How long have you done traditional art, and have you ever tried digital?
Traditional art for maybe about 44 years. That would make me about 8. About 44 years, and I have done digital. I was a 3D animator. I did Spider-Man digitally. I did my series called the Dreamland Chronicles, and recently I did a couple videos where I tried painting digitally.
Okay, let's do this again. We are going to put the drawing up later today. We will have the entry form up for a week. So you will have a week to sign up.
We'll remind you for, like on Monday.
Right. We will do it from Friday to Friday. So it will be up for a week. You do not have to enter right away. You will have a week's time. We will close it at the end of a week, and then we will do a random drawing of numbers, and we will pull and the names, and we will mail everything out. It's going to go first class mail, just in an envelope. So you can look for that. It will just be in a simple envelope. Because it's very cheap to mail it worldwide that way. Does it bother you when you don't get to finish one of your projects and get to it until days later?
Yes.
How do you focus on the texture? For example, I'm drawing the bark of a tree, but I just don't know where to start.
I've found that I tend to just start moving my hand, kind of just like in a general. It might be easier for me to show you. Let me just try to get this line here. All right, so like if I was doing bark,
Mm-hmm.
you guys see this okay?
Yeah.
So, you got the, you can't see that.
Yeah, you're going to need a pen. Yeah.
So you got the shape of the tree.
Yeah.
Right? And then I just kind of do things like this where, you're following the flow of the tree. And then, there's, little chips in it and whatnot. And depending on the tree, there might be these kind of things. But usually you don't see those circled things. It's usually just kind of that. And then you vary between the, thick and thin lines. And so it's that chaos because there's no form or order to wood bark. So your lines are going to go like that. And they're going to sometimes be close together and sometimes far together. And there's just going to be these little bits of stuff that kind of connects them. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not sitting there thinking, oh my God, I've got to draw every little bit. I'm just quickly giving the impression of wood bark. I'm not drawing every little tiny thing. Hope that helps.
Okay. What white pen are you using?
I'm using the Uniball Signo, which is, I have a love-hate relationship with it because it is the whitest pen you can get, but it also is so inconsistent.
Yeah, they have it rolls, it's a roller ball, but it is not a stable flow of ink sometimes. Not a stable flow of ink. Okay, guys. So here's the deal. Please, if you want to join the Discord, we would love to have you join the Discord. But it is not open right now. And the reason for that is the wonderful mods that we have here also mod the Discord for us. So you can go in and read the rules and agree to everything, and you're going to be let in later. So when we're done here and everyone has a chance to get coffee and eat some breakfast, maybe use the bathroom. Just please be patient. We will get you into the Discord, and we appreciate that you want to be here with us. Can you please open the paper for us to see the texture?
Yeah, sure. Give me 1 second. I'm just giving...
Scott's least favorite art supplies are oil pastels. I've always wondered, does all art have meaning?
No.
Sometimes when I simply redraw photographs, my art teachers would ask me what is the meaning behind it, and I often struggle to answer that.
Yeah, I think that's admirable that your art teachers want you to have meaning to your art, but like, what's the meaning of what I'm doing right now? What's the meaning of the big gothic vampire? There's no meaning to it other than it makes me happy. And so I think if your art can have meaning, fantastic. Because I think it doesn't have to, but I think, if you can find a way to bring meaning to the world through your art, great. This is smooth texture. There's really no texture to this.
We can't see it at all.
Yeah, it's just white. There's no texture.
Flat.
Yeah.
There is no texture there.
It's just very, very, very smooth.
Blick says, Scott is going to need to ice down his hand and wrist after making all this art. I think Scott's going to need some scones this morning after all this art.
I just might.
What inspired you to start uploading your art online?
Well, I've always uploaded my art online. If you go to DeviantArt, I've been uploading for decades. I didn't start making videos until 2020 when our movie came out and we were in lockdown. And I'd heard about this thing called TikTok because at the time Trump was trying to get rid of it. And it seems everybody's always trying to get rid of it. And so I was like, well, if everybody wants to get rid of it, it must be doing something. Maybe I should
check it out.
Yeah. And so that was that. And I was just posting time lapses because I was like, well, I didn't know what else to do. But
plus you have the attention span of a flea.
Yeah, and it was actually Santa who, convinced me to get in front of the camera. And then things just kind of grew from there.
Yeah, he did indeed. Not necessarily an art question, but which do you prefer, coffee or tea? Also, have you tried painting with coffee?
Tea and no.
And Scott's never painted miniatures. What are your least favorite art supplies? That would be the oil pastels.
Yeah, not a fan.
Have you ever read the Golden Age Justice Society comics? If so, who is your favorite member or members?
No, I don't. The Justice Society. No, I don't think I ever did.
Okay, so Millie, there is a video on Art Block on how to get over Art Block. But the short version is go to a museum, go to a botanical garden, go outside, paint something. Take your book and a pencil or a piece of paper and a pencil and just go start drawing things. Pandy Girl wants to know, what kind of tape should I use to section off my paintings when using a canvas?
There's a video on that. I don't know about canvas.
Canvas is different. Yeah, maybe Bethany can. Bethany, do you use tape?
Unless they're just talking about from a masking point of view, in which case the blue painter's tape probably should be okay.
I'm going to defer to Bethany Primrose and Blick on this one because you don't paint on canvases.
Yeah.
So I'm going to defer to Blick and Bethany. How do you become confident about your art? I always hesitate.
I wish I knew. Oh, one thing that has helped me, though, is knowing how to fix mistakes. I've made so many mistakes for decades that I'm really very rarely in a situation where I go, this is completely unsalvageable. If I were to rip through this, or if I was to there's a video where I was doing the hair journal and I spilled ink. Orange ink across everything.
We all remember that.
And I was able to salvage it. And so I think having that knowledge of, if I don't like this, I could go over it with gouache if I wanted to. And I think that is very, very comforting to know that you can always fix it. Because I know that it's I'm looking at this piece, and there was a couple things that happened that I didn't like about it, and or even when I was going over with the colors, I had put all that work into the inking, and I was like, it's okay. If I don't like it, I'll fix it. I could fix it with gouache.
You are the king of, I can fix that.
Well, I don't want to have to, but I've
you do.
Because I've messed up on literally every piece I've ever worked on. I have done something stupid because I'm not a careful artist. I'm very reckless. I go over my lines. I'm not a careful, meticulous artist.
You're chaos.
I'm chaotic.
I love that about you.
We are done. This was
Yay! We're done!
And I want to thank Blick for these wonderful markers. But even more so for the wonderful Bristol paper. They took a pretty good beating. It took a lot of markers.
Took a lot of color.
Yeah. And the colors are great. They're vibrant. I wish I would have done a human face because they gave me all of these wonderful skin tones I never used.
Yeah. Maybe we will have to try that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
Music Monday.
But this was fun. This was really, really fun. And
which one of them's your favorite?
Classic Spider-Man always.
Okay, so let me do this again simply because I love our mods. We're going to do this again. You need to read the rules if you're going to join the Discord. And you will not be given full access to the entire server. You will be given access according to how you answer the questions and the rules. We have certain areas for certain people. We have areas for people who are under 18. Those are our Riverfolk people. And then we have areas for people who are over 18. So you will never have full access to the server depending on who you are, because we are trying to keep our young artists safe, and they need a safe place to be. So you read the rules, you tell us the answers to the questions on there, and you agree to the rules, and then we will sort you according to the house that you should be in. And you will get sorted at a later point today because our mods are modding here, and they also do other things. Like after this, we will all be going over at 11 a.m. to Santa's live, and you should all join us over there. Santa will be going live, and he will be painting, hopefully with these schminky watercolors today, and doing something lovely. So, because he's done something lovely every time. And I will also tell you that we discussed on the live Santa not being able to make a snake festive, and I stand completely 100% corrected that he did take a snake and made it festive. So I stand corrected on that. So the giveaway will be live later today. For all of the art hacks that we've talked about, go to the art hacks playlist on Scott's website. You can check on all of the stuff that we have used, products that we've used, products that we've tried. We are waiting on Blick to get back to us to see if there could be a possible discount code for the markers. Young artists, you want to draw everything every day. Just grab a pencil and a piece of paper. I don't care if you draw on or write on the back of an envelope. It doesn't make a difference. Just draw everything every day. So We will be getting the giveaway up and going later today. We will be letting you all into the Discord later today. And we appreciate all of you being here with us.
We love you all.
We love you. We thank you so much for taking time out of your morning to be with us, or your evening, or whatever it is. And go give Santa some love. And he'll be live in about half an hour, and 11 a.m. our time, Central Time here. So in about 30 minutes. And we're going to go have some breakfast. And I'm going to try not to run around the house all day thinking about Peter Porker. So there you go. We love you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. And we will see you back here on Monday. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.